Hello and welcome to our first series of the Startup Hub. This is the first video on our the Startup Hub series, in which we are going to talk about first and foremost important thing whenever we are going to start a business is the naming your business. Today in the world where entrepreneurship is becoming more popular and more people are uh, opting for working from home, so it is of prime importance to learn the basics. If your basics are in place and you are having a strong foundation, you can yield more result, more profits, more growth in your business. So when we look at how to name your business, uh, because a business name, when you think of a business name, behind that name, the whole idea of that business comes to your mind. Like, for example, when we think of Google, the next moment, the idea which comes to your mind or the perception which comes to your mind is of a search engine, a place where you can go online, you can search for different stuff as and when required, you can search for images, you can search for different type of products online, books, whatever it is. So uh, the scheme of our presentation today would be importance of a business name, what is the rough draft, what can be alternatives, what is the importance of family and friend survey, and what is the role of availability of a business name. So when we think of importance of name, we can start with the idea that today something which is in your imagination or it is a dream today, there is a possibility putting the right amount of effort and time and investment, it can become a renowned brand of tomorrow. So if we are looking at a business name as a small business, we might not be putting that much effort, but when we'll be putting some imagination into our mind and we'll be thinking of a business name which will becoming a renowned brand of tomorrow, then we would be putting more effort to understand and the basic functionality behind that business name you are going to choose. So think of your business as a brand of tomorrow, a renowned brand of tomorrow. A name is the basic representation of your business. Whenever a customer is going to connect with your business, they are going to connect through that name. So it is very important that whatever name you are going to choose, it should be appropriate and it should be representation of your business idea and the business functionality. Why I'm calling it alias of a product? When I'm talking about alias of a product, I'm talking about that whenever customer thinks of a product, they often think of the product name or the brand name. Like, we all know Coca-Cola and Pepsi, but in reality, those products are soft drinks, cola drinks. But most of us, we go to the different soft drink bars and we ask them for Coca-Cola. But in reality, we are looking for a soft drink or a cola drink. But what we do, a customer replaces the product with the brand name. So it is of very, very important aspect that the brand name should be the exact representation as eventually it becomes alias of a product. The brand name is the basic connection between customer and the product. So these are the four main features when we look at them, which actually tells us what is the importance of a brand name. The rough draft usually starts with the brainstorming session. When we do the brainstorming session, I usually prefer to sit at a very calm place where there is no noise, and you can place a piece of paper in front of you and you can start writing different names that comes to your mind without even putting them through the filter. Just keep on writing the names. Whatever names are coming to your mind, just keep on writing them and give like good 30 to 45 minutes on this. Think and rethink and rethink, and whatever names are coming to your mind, just start putting them on paper. Once you are there, you need to give good time to see that what exact features your business would be providing. We often call it filtering the features of your business. So once you have those filtered features, those very specific features, like if you are going to provide a home service for with the cleaning services in a different way, so you should be actually specifying the features, what servicing you are going to provide to your customers. Obviously you are not going to provide all kind of cleaning services, so you need to think of those specific services related to your business which you are going to offer. Then you need to make two columns and you need to write all those names from the brainstorming session which are appealing and which you think are appropriate, and then you need to start matching those columns with the features you have. And at the end of you will see that there will be few names which will be matching with the with features. There will be few names which will be actually matching with more than one names, or there will be few names which will be matching with several features. So those names are more preferable as compared to the names which are having less connections in the second column. So after that you would be able to prepare the rough draft where you would be having few names. I usually prefer to have like 3 to 5 names, and then the filtered features of your business. Then the names you are having, you can simply go to thesaurus.com and you can look for different synonyms, as there is often possibility that you can find more appealing, more proper words which are alternative to the name you have thought. So I always recommend to go to Thesaurus and look for alternatives and look for better options and also write them to there. Once you have this list, it is very important to filter out the single words. Like whenever you imagine the big companies and the big brands today, you will see most of them are having single word, like Nike, Adidas, Facebook, Google, Yahoo, Amazon, Tesla. So think of a single word, because single word is easy to remember. And according to our research, single word brand names are easily memorable, and customers have a comfort to create a connection with the single word business names. Then once you have this thing, you need to have a friends and family survey. We don't go with the paper surveys these days, because using Google Forms or alternatives to collect data are more efficient, as you can export data to CVS, comma separated version, CSV file, which is a comma separated version of Excel sheet, in which you can export the data and you can perform different filtering and sorting and analysis. So it is important or it is recommended that you use Google Forms to collect the data. Once you collect the data, you need to collect data on the proposed names, two alternatives, what you think when you think of the name, and then as a fourth step you need to start analyzing the survey. So you are going to collect three main things from the people. You can start sending them on your WhatsApp, uh, on your Facebook Messenger. You can request people to fill in these, because you're going to start a business, and these are the business features, which are filtered features. You have thought of these names. Can somebody propose name, like one name, two alternatives, and what do you think of the business when you read the features and the name? And then you need to start analyzing survey. Once you have that CSV file in front of you, I usually call it CTCTF. Like, you need to compare different names provided with the previous brainstorming session uh, summary you have created. You need to stop matching those, and you need to compare and think, and then compare and think. And as a result, you will be having a few, three or maybe two names which you think are more suitable, and they are more preferable, and they are having more projection of your real business features. So, and then you will be able to finalize it. This is, I think, a few important features when you think of naming your business. If you have any queries, feel free to write to me. But before we go towards the end of this session, the most important part is the availability. It is not that simple that you just need to think of and finalizing a business name and start your business. It actually depends on the availability. When you finalize a name, you need to look for its availability. If it is an online business, you need to look for a domain name and the possibilities of the domain name. And then also you need to see your local company registration authorities. Like, if you're living in UK, you might be looking with the company house, or if you're looking in other countries, you might be looking at Chamber of Commerce's, where chambers of commerce, where these companies get registered for their tax and other stuff. So you need to look for the company registration directory. You need to also look for international company registration directories, where they have these names, and you need to look for similar and relative names, which can become problem later on. Also, you need to start searching on search engines of your all finalized names, and you need to look for different synonyms that are available, or different similar business names which are existing. Because this thing will not only create problem when you will be starting to brand your business, but when you will start investing in search engine optimization, this is going to be a huge challenge to advertise your business and to bring it into first few pages and the first few results of the Google. Also, you need to look for e-yellow pages, because when we look for the yellow pages and the online business directories, there are a few smaller businesses which are existing across the world. And later on, if by chance, or if by putting right amount of effort, you are becoming an international brand, maybe there'll be smaller businesses which at times create problem for your future functionality in that specific local area. So this is very important. Why it is important? Because there might be a business in Asia, in any Asian country, where you are going to start your business. Like, suppose that you are going to start your business in India or Nepal, and there is already a locally registered company. So whenever you are going to launch your business in Nepal or India, you are going to have a business competitor with the same business name. So you are going to have a huge challenge. So it is already important that whenever you need to include this thing in your planning to start this thing, there is a possibility, if that company is registered before the registration date of your company, they can come and they can sue you actually. So these are few things which I think are important. If there are any queries, and if you are looking for free help, you should actually, and I must say, you should feel free to write to me at director@clipart.com. I usually reply in 24 to 48 hours. Feel free to write to me. I wish you best of luck for your for choosing your business name. I hope we'll be having good sessions in upcoming days. Kindly also request the sessions which you are looking for in your new business startup help. Also share your business startup stories with us. We'll be sharing it with the people. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye.